This episode of AATV will be about 2 new spring-powered sniper rifles. And for that occasion I present you a special guest. Top Gear has the stick, AATV has the sniper. He's not just a master of marksmanship but also of hiding. He should be somewhere around here, I guess. Sniper?
Scar?
Huh?
I think he's on the right side.
Oh! Ah! What a magnificent camouflage! Nearly invisible to the human eye, isn't he? Please welcome the ghost of airsoft, the king of camping, the sniper! Oh, I forgot. He's one of those strong silent types, so he wants to stay anonymous. So I'll do the talking for him and guide you through this review of the King of Blazer R93 LRS-1 and the ASG ASW338 sniper rifle. People can't see, put the finger away. This is the ASW338LM sniper rifle. The original rifle is made by Ashbury. The airsoft replica is brought to you by a cooperation of Action Sport Games and VFC. As you probably imagine from just looking at this full metal beast, it ain't come cheap. Prices are about €700 or $900. The Blazer LRS-1 sniper rifle is made by King Arms and distributed by Cybergun in most parts of the Western world. The price is nice on that one, about $250 or Euro. The Ashbury experience doesn't just start with taking the rifle out of the box, but with the box. It comes in a plastic transport case with cutout foam for the gun, the tools and the optional bipod and suppressor. The stock is mounted by a simple screw. The needed Allen wrench is included, of course. The airsoft gun has been designed in cooperation with Ashbury. It features original markings and was built with the original 3D plans from the real gun. Without accessories, the gun weighs about 5 kg. Add an additional suppressor, a scope and a bipod and you're close to 6.5 to 7 kg. It's mostly made out of metal. The magazine and flash hider are made of steel. There is an optional steel charging handle available, meant for those who install stronger springs. The handguard has a carbon look, but is made of plastic due to cost reasons. The color is a nice FDE one, but it already peels off at some spots. But the used look is chic nowadays anyway. I highly recommend getting the optional suppressor because it looks badass when it's mounted. To mount it, simply apply it to the compensator that always has the threading and you're done. The optional bipod on the other hand feels a bit too plastically and is kind of shaky, so I'm not sure if I would trust my $900 gun to this bipod. The King Arms LRS-1 weighs about 3 kg without scope and bipod. It comes fully dressed in black with original markings as well. Like on the real gun, the stock is made from plastic. There are some rough parts visible, but at least the texture ring feels good and adds grip. The barrel is metal, but the flash hider is plastic. I know this rifle is all about bringing performance to a good price, but the plastic flash hider is even for a $250 rifle too cheap. At least you can get an optional suppressor adapter, so this will help you get rid of the plastic flash hider. You can also mount a bipod by using the included bipod or sling swivel adapter. You can move it to different positions on the rifle. The ASW just screams tactical. The handguard has 4 rails to mount all the accessories you probably need. The top rail is long enough to mount an additional backup iron sight if you want to. The folding stock has 2 points to mount QT sling swivels. They are located here and here. The stock can be adjustable in multiple ways. The cheek rest is adjusted by using an Allen wrench. The shoulder rest can be adjusted in length and in height by the press of buttons. The foldable monopod can also be adjusted in length. Nearly the whole gun feels very solid except for the stock that has a slight wobble here and the magazine, which is also a bit on the shaky side. The LRS-1 has adjustable features too. The monopod can be extended by losing this dial. You can adjust the height of the shoulder rest by using an Allen wrench. Also note that the rubber coating of the cheek rest is already wearing off. The cheek rest can be adjusted in height by loosening these two screws. You can also adjust it to the left or right side by loosening these screws, which is especially good for left-handed shooters. Because everything is screwed up tightly and the magazine is hidden inside, there is nothing that can be shaken. But what I'm missing is a way to mount the sling. You can't use the front sling swivel because it will drop off the gun when not used with a bipod. In terms of ergonomics, the Blazer is more suited for people with smaller hands. The grip on the stock doesn't have much space for big manly sniper hands. There is a short Picatinny rail on the top to mount various types of scopes. To get the magazine out, push this lever and pull. That can be a bit tricky, but the magazine holds 40 bb's. So in a skirmish you probably won't have to reload that often, except that you're a trigger-happy sniper or you can't hit shit. As you wise guys probably noticed, the magazine sits in the correct position, even though this is a spring-powered sniper rifle. This is not some kind of magic, but rather a trick. The BBs get transported inside the gun to the hop-up chamber. You will notice that this is quite a distance, by looking away from the magazine to the hop-up adjustment, which is located up here, and the hop-up can be adjusted by using an Allen wrench. If loaded, push the lever up, pull it back to the front, down, and you're ready to go. The safety is located right next to the cocking lever. The trigger has a nice and light trigger pull, but of course that will change if you're using stronger springs. The magazine on the LRS-1 is hidden in the front of the stock and visible from the outside. At the rear gun, the magazine should be in here. As mentioned earlier, that's because of technical reasons with spring-powered rifles. To remove the magazine, press this button and use the latches to pull it out. Even though the magazine is tiny, it holds 50 rounds. But I don't recommend to load the full 50 rounds because it can cause jams. The hop-up can be adjusted by a lever that is easily reachable, positioned between the barrel and the stock. Like the real LRS-1, the airsoft version is a straight pull rifle. That means just pull the bolt back forward, and you're ready to go. The trigger has a rather strong pull, but it's workable. When the magazine is empty, the bolt will stay a bit open, making it unable to pull the trigger. This sort of open bolt feature can be found on most spring-powered sniper rifles. Actually, I wanted to tell you something about the performance of the ASW. Unfortunately, this gun shoots just 310 FPS while it should shoot 400. So we're trying now to install the backup spring that should be actually just an M90 to see if it will make any difference. Problem is the ASW is a terrible bitch to disassemble, because to get into the actual cylinder you have to disassemble the whole stupid thing. So after half an hour disassembling, we are finally at the cylinder, and bad surprise, the piston is made of plastic, the cylinder head is made of copper, and plastic piston usually not that good, so it will be out of the time. Oh, and bad surprise for us as well, the installed spring already was the stronger one, so the power of the ASW out of the box is 310 FPS, and the backup spring delivered is probably even weaker. It's supposed to be an M90, so it will shoot probably around 260 to 280 FPS. My Grease Monkey Franz here managed to put the ASW back together, and not that good actually. Well, no, it's not your fault, sorry. Okay. With adjusted hop-up, the power decreases to around 250 to 260 FPS, so there's probably a reason that ASG offers M150 and M170 power upgrades for that one. That you should probably get. Oh, and get Franz to install it for you. The King Arms LRS-1 has a stronger spring installed and shoots 0.2 gram BBs at about 450 FPS. The bolt can be removed from the gun without having to disassemble anything. The spring and the piston should be compatible to fierce R parts. The most internals are rather rough made. The cylinder head is made of brass and the spring head is plastic. I wouldn't trust these parts to survive too much usage, so potential LRS-1 buyers should probably be willing to maintain the rifle from time to time and apply minor fixes. The inner barrel is 49 cm long, that's slightly longer than on the ASW. As for the precision of those two rifles, they're hardly comparable because it's 450 versus, well, 250 FPS, so that wouldn't be a fair judgment. Anyway, the Kingham's Blazer has about a 50% hit rate on 50 meters. That's not exactly the best it could be, but at least it's something. You may want to change out the inner barrel and the hopper rubber to make the performance more constant. Here's our conclusion. The ASW is one fine looking rifle and should make a good skirmish gun if it has a high power spring installed and maybe an even more precise barrel. There are just two negative points about here. The color that wears off easily and the price, because for nearly $900 US, at least a suppressor could have been included. As for the Kingham's LRS-1, it's a good price, but it needs some polishing. The plastic flashhead is ugly and the internals are not built to last. But you will get a good base gun for a decent price with a good out-of-the-box power to build a spring sniper rifle, which differs from all the VSR's rifles on the battlefield. That's it for today's video review, and Sniper, aren't you gonna say goodbye to our viewers? Well, guess I have to do it then. Well, I'm the cool sniper guy and I say goodbye to all my viewers. See you at the next video of AATV.
Idiot.